Hi folks, today we are at the Harpersfield Covered Bridge Park, and there's Lucy and Mrs. For You. There's a spot of the covered bridge, and they extended it to steel. They reopened this on August 1st, which was last Saturday. They had the grand opening. They rebuilt the thing, so we will be uh, exploring the park, and we will get some pictures of the bridge for you. And I'm going to ask you to do us a huge favor. Watch the complete video for us because we're trying to build up our watch time and it would really help. So, as I said, there's the steel, and there's a word for it, and I forget what it's called. And then there's the bridge, and we will drive over it also. And part of the park is on the other side, so we'll get that part too after we get this part. And there is a blue heron being very still on that log there. And he's kind of giving me the stare down. Don't worry, Mr. Heron, I won't do anything to you. See, and you don't know what you'll miss if you do shut off now, so keep watching. And there's also a dam which makes waterfall for you. So we're catching some waterfalls. Shout out to TGIF. And also shout out to Old Man with a Cam, who did a whole series of the wooden covered bridges in Ashtabula County, which is where we are right now. It's in Harpersfield, in Ashtabula County. I'm gonna guess 20 minutes off of I-90. Back to the Blue Heron. And as we find some other cool stuff, I will definitely show you. I didn't get him on film flying, but now he's out on that stump in the middle of the river. This is the Grand River, which got some giant ironweed here, which I thought was really pretty. Just to try and give you see how tall it is. It's really as tall as I am, and I'm 5'10". So then there's a nice little pavilion here and picnic tables that you can have a nice picnic at, and there's swings to look out over the river. And on their info thing, they do have Ashtabula County Metro Parks map. Then they have a little grassy spot here and a planter in the middle of it. Not exactly sure what all they have in there. It's probably a lot nicer in the summer, earlier in the summer. So figured I'd show you that. So the front of it has some statues and fake flowers, but it's in loving memory of Eric Brand, 1988 to 2008, for our love of the river. Now there's some areas where it's definitely wheelchair accessible. We will go on the cement path, but it is also grassy areas where you probably could push a wheelchair, but it might not be so comfortable. Um, we're coming down closer to the river now. There's an island in the river where the blue heron was last time we were here. We were kind of wondering if he didn't have his. Yeah, we had a tornado and bad storm here about 5 days ago, and it took all the cover down. At least there's still one thing there if he wants cover, the heron. And show you some more of the river. And we found what our picture this app is telling us is silky dogwood. We never saw dogwood with purple berries on it, but that might be what silky dogwood has. Okay, so now we took a picture of the flower, and it's saying it's Virgin's flower, which is in the family of clematis. So we got some wing stem here, which is a pretty flower, and one of the pollinators, though I don't care for them at our house, but as long as it stays there, the yellow jacket isn't paying me any mind. He's busy pollinating, which is good. Have a fire pit with some benches around it, and we noticed this last time we were here. It probably was an old bench there, and part of it has turned into a planter, though I think just turned into a wild planter, but I thought that was kind of cool. Now we are coming up to the cement path, which I told you would definitely be wheelchair accessible. We got some sumac and a wild grapevine hanging down. And as I said, here is the path. And wow, this goes far. Yeah, you can see the wood, and as Kathy said, well, actually, you can see the water coming down now. But this path doesn't go far. It goes here, but you can see, let me zoom in. You can see the waterfall. It's a tiny waterfall, but it's a waterfall. Whoop! I don't know if you can hear it. It's just really calming. Yeah, that's a natural waterfall. Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, Lucy and Kathy are going to get a closer look. So this is a border privet, which is a deciduous shrub that is native to Korea, China, and Japan. It arrived in the United States in the 1800s, where it was first used as a hedge on residential properties. However, it soon escaped into the wild and is considered a nuisance invasive species in most areas outside its native range. So there's some common reed. This is actually in bloom here. We showed you that in our Chagrin River Lucy Goes to Chagrin River Park video if you'd like to check that out in our library. That has some other neat stuff. So this box is an onion bag box, and they ask you to take an onion bag to put trash in on your boat. Then it also says, in memory of Mitchell Allen Clark, U.S. Navy SEAL Vietnam veteran. Mitch was a person who loved nature. He taught, leave it better than you found it. Thank you, Dad, for your service and for teaching me to enjoy and respect nature and our waterways, your son Jason. And thank you, sir, for your service. And remember, take an onion bag on your boat for your trash. That is very smart. And I like that. Leave nature better than what you came. Always pick up your trash, people, which not everybody is doing. So it's lots of Wendy's wrappers and stuff in the grass, and it doesn't take much to pick it up and throw it away, people. That building there with the tables and umbrellas and American flag, God bless the USA, is the gift shop. So they do have a gift shop here. I don't know how he can stand so still in that moving water. So over on this side, you have benches you can sit on and watch. And that probably would give you a good look at the heron sitting on that bench. And they have a couple pavilions over here. There's some more tree stumps that are cool looking. So on this side, they have the park master plan. And then an aerial view of the park. And the bathrooms are over on this side, and there's a nice big field where you could play frisbee, baseball, whatever. So actually that looks like a baseball field thing, but there's no bases or anything set up. That's all that's set up for baseball. But you can see there's lots of stuff to do here. Nice place for picnic. So seriously, somebody left a plastic bowl here. I don't know if they left that there in case the restrooms were closed, or and then they have a pot to piss in. I don't know, but come on. And then they leave a thing of green tea. Pick up after yourselves, people. You're really getting on my nerves. Okay, so I'm walking up to go over the bridge now. However, there is another blue heron standing up there. I don't know if you all can see him. He's on top of the dam almost. The other one is still over here. So there's actually two herons, which is really cool. As I said, I'm gonna go up and over the bridge. Ugh, it's starting to get cloudy. And I see a sign for something. Raccoon. Raccoon Run Rental, canoe rental. I'm not totally sure where that is. Now, I was going to go on that side, but I think I'm going to go over and I'll come back on that other side because I think I can get, oh, it actually is not, it's not a heron. It's just the log. Oh well. Well, we still had, or is it? I don't know. I'm, that is a heron. I changed my mind again. That is a heron. I'm holding the camera up too high for you because I'm looking at it and not looking at what I'm filming. So that is cool. And now we're going to walk over so you can get a little bit better look than when we drove. You can see they got the, I believe it's called the X beams going across. And so they did mount it with steel beams. And so this is a walkover. Yeah, now you can really see that that's definitely a heron. They are so still, and how they can stay that way in the water, I don't know. So there's some people coming, so I'm going to turn the camera off. Harpersfield Covered Bridge, built in 1868, historically longest bridge, home type number 350419, 140-foot steel extension added in 1913, which is this part here, but you can see that the bottom is still wood. And they have some benches over here for you to look out, and some people fishing. So as I said, it's a really nice park. Now, even though the entrance is stony, I still think that a wheelchair, either electric or push, could easily get to the wood, and then once on the wood, it's not an issue at all. So you could go from one area to the next by walking over the bridge. I didn't realize you could do that, but I'm glad I did once we were driving over it, and you got to see the bridge that way. And the heron that we saw is out there, the one that we saw first. One thing, like when the cars go over the bridge, it kind of sounds like thunder. So we're headed into the covered walk area part now. And there's a plaque. This property has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of Interior. And then this other plaque here, which says Century Bridge, recognized by the Ashtabula County Historical Society. So, and as I said, there are the steel beams, and then see if I can get the roof for you. So this was, I think, very interesting. Covered bridge, nice park, and a heron, and some pretty flowers that we got to see. So, hey, if y'all like this type of video, give that thumbs up, share. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell so you get the notifications of when we will be putting something else out. We do a variety, mostly getting out into parks, but we also do cooking and gardening videos. So consider subscribing and leave a comment so that we know you enjoyed it. And remember, if you need a walker, cane, wheelchair, whatever it is that helps you live your life to its fullest and get out, it's not making you handicapped, it's making you handy capable. Thank you all for coming with us. Have a great day. God bless.